Hey there, Lisa here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you'll join me in my love of crafting and DIYs and hit that subscribe button. Today's video is a simple way to take a board and make it your own. This video is part of the Third Thursday Thrift Flips collaboration that is hosted every month by Tammie at the Rested Willow and by Elizabeth over at Southern Gmore Gals. Both of these amazing ladies' channels will be linked in my description box, as well as the full playlist full of many other creators. So come join us and see what everybody's flipping this week. I am doing an idea board. So the supplies that you will need is a dry erase board or some type of board. You could even use a frame or make your own. Chalkboard paint, and then cut words or stencil if you want to put something at the top like a title or such. Contact paper and a Cricut or vinyl, stencil and paint. Other option as well, or a printable, and you can use the pencil transfer method and pen and then some paint marker or paints. I ended up using a dry erase board that was beautiful to me in every way except that the dry erase part didn't work. When you would write on it, it was like writing with permanent marker and you'd have to scrub it off. And so I wanted to change that, and I chose to change it with chalkboard paint. And then I did some words up on my new Cricut, cut them out of contact paper, and then I actually used paint marker to color in the letters. It was kind of a process, so I'm excited to share it with you. All right, enough talk, let's get started. Okay, so here's the board. We are changing nothing about the outside of the board because I really like it. So I went ahead and took everything out. Now the dry erase portion is on a piece of metal. And my initial plan was to use the metal so that it could also be a magnetic board, but I did not prepare the metal, and so my paint scraped off. So if you intend to do this on metal, be sure to either use a primer specified for metal, or I hear Mod Podge works really well, but I have not tried that yet. So anyways, learn from my mistake. Instead of repainting this, I really liked the look of the chalk paint on this rustic board. So I decided to go with that. So I gave it a couple of coats, and then I really wanted to use this contact paper, as in the room that this will go in, I'm going to be using this for some other DIYs, and really was set on using this contact paper. First thing I did, which isn't even shown here, I cut it out in yellow vinyl and put it on the contact paper. You couldn't see it. So then I cut it out just with the contact paper, just with the letters. Still didn't show up real well. So then I tried this and the black didn't show up real well. So I decided that I was going to color each letter a different color. And as you see here, it's smearing all over. So then I think, well, maybe I can just make it look like I meant to smear it. And I couldn't look at it. So I ended up leaving the contact paper, going over it, and then going back over it with paint markers underneath, just trying to make the letters a little bit bigger so that then I could cut it out again and lay it over that. And so then the paint marker letters would shine through. So this ended up being a really tedious way to go about this project. What I should have done probably is just created a stencil and stenciled these on. I think that would be a much easier way to do it, but this is what I ended up doing. So as you see here, I am just adding paint marker, trying to make the letters bigger so that I can get the other one over top. All right, so this is what it looked like before I cut the other one and was getting ready to put it on top. And I apologize for my head here, but it was really hard to get it situated where it worked. I finally get it situated in a spot that I can live with, and I pull up my transfer tape, and I'm liking the colorfulness of it. It still doesn't stand out quite as much as I would have liked, but I like it much better. And then I'm sitting there going, so I had some areas that were driving me crazy. Should I touch it up? Should I not touch it up? Did go back over and touch up those areas, and thankfully did not screw it up again. So anyways, what do you guys think? This is where I will list my video plans, collaborations, and all sorts of stuff. I almost didn't share this video because it's a lot of I did this and this didn't work and then I did this and this. And also it's a pretty simple DIY, but I want to encourage you to check your local thrift shops. You just never know what you're going to find. You might run into a frame that is like perfect texture, but the wrong color. You can paint it. Contact paper, stencils. I mean, you can just change everything and really just make it absolutely your own. Also, please don't think that you can't do a project like this without the Cricut because it's what I used. I'm just trying to learn the thing, and so I have been using it for a lot of projects. But I will always continue to stencil and hand paint and do the transfer method. And to be completely 100% honest, I may have to go back and just stencil it in bright colors and then do just a thin border around it. Love to know what you think. Drop a comment. Let me know if you like the video and you're not subscribed yet. Please consider subscribing and give it a like. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you'll stop by tomorrow. I have boho tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening, and if you haven't already, be sure to check out everyone else's flips. Thanks again.